I'm going to be making Olivia Rosemary Mouse. I could really do any variation of color. I think it's going to end up looking really cute. Oh yes, I made the tail too. Here she is, my finished Olivia Rosemary. Hey y'all, it's Taylor from yokieB.com. Welcome to my channel where I share crochet and knitting patterns and tutorials, as well as finished projects and lots of fun fiber things. Today we are going to be starting this Pica Pau character. I'm using book 3 this time, and I'm going to be making Olivia Rosemary Mouse. So I'm super excited to make this for my niece. I always love making these Pica Pau characters for baby gifts. I think I've made, I don't even know how many at this point. I'll have to look back and see, but I've made the Audrey Gazelle from book 1. I've made the Rosa Cheetah, who I made into a boy and gave him little overalls. I've made the bear, Hans Bear, I think. I made that one for my mother-in-law and gave it a little bathing suit because she loves the beach, and so I put a little headband, a little bathing suit. I've made Darwin Turtle. He was from book 2. Oh yes, I made the alpaca. The alpaca was the first one that I made. I made that for my daughter, and I would like to make it again just because it was my first one that I had ever made, and so there were a lot of improvements that needed to be made on it, and she doesn't have it anymore. She did not want to get rid of it, but I was like, please do not hold on to this thing. I have got to make you another one. Let's not worry about it. Let's just get rid of it and I'll make you another one. So she kind of goes back and forth about which one she wants me to make, and we'll see what she lands on.
I want a few of them. I want Mom to make this, and this.
There's just so many cute ones. It's so hard to decide. Oh, I also made the fox, but it wasn't a fox. It was the wolf. I also made the wolf, but I made it into a fox. But I love making these for gifts. They're just so cute. I've used a few different yarns. Paint Box Cotton DK is what I've used the most. I really love the way that Paint Box Cotton DK looks. I have used Hobie Friends Cotton, I believe. It was either Friends or Rainbow Cotton, and it worked really well. I used that for the Darwin Turtle. And then I used Stylecraft Life DK for the fox. I wanted it to be a little fuzzier and have that little halo over it. I ended up using that for the fox, which worked really well. And then I am using Wool of the Andes for this Olivia Rosemary Mouse. This is a worsted weight yarn, so Wool of the Andes worsted weight. They may have a DK weight as well. I'm not sure. I got it from Crochet.com and I was really excited to use it. It's got some really great colors. I haven't fully decided what colors I'm going to use for each part of the mouse. I do know for the main color, I'm going to use this Camel Heather here. I bought 2 skeins of this just in case. They do have 110 yards, so I'm sure I won't need that much, but I figured just in case, I'll go ahead and purchase 2 skeins of this. So I'm going to use this for the main part. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to use this color, which is Mink Heather, for the ears, the inside of the ears and the nose. I also have this color, which is Oyster Heather, but I want to use that, I think, for the bloomers. But then I noticed in the pattern that she called for a fingering weight yarn for the bloomers. So I may just have the slight variation here in difference. I'm not sure. I might just have to play around with it and see what I think, because I do like the contrast with this, but I just wanted a different color for her bloomers. Although I could do her bloomers in this color right here, which is Candy Halo, because I've got this turquoise, which is Wonderland Heather. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty color, turquoise. And then I've got this Paloma here. I was trying to decide how I wanted the dress to go and then her cape. I can either make the light color, well, I could really do any variation of color. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to put these 2 together on the dress and then have the cape in this, or maybe these 2 together and this for the dress. So I'm not sure. I'm still kind of debating on all of that, but I thought I'd go ahead and get started. I'm very excited to get going on this mouse. She's just so cute. It looks like I'm going to start with the cheeks. Let's go ahead and get started. I am using a larger hook size than they call for. I'm going to use a 3.5 and hope that that's small enough, because this yarn's definitely thicker than the yarn that she uses in the book. She calls for a 2.75 millimeter, but I don't have a 2.75 millimeter in my tulip crochet hooks, and I just think that would be too small for this. So I'll either use a 3.5 or a 3.25. here's a little update. I've made it to the decrease portion of the head. So far I really like this yarn. It's not super soft at all, but it's definitely, the stitch definition is nice. Let's see if you can see that. I think it's going to end up looking really cute for the little mouse. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter, and this is a worsted weight yarn, but it's not super thick, so I think it looks really, really good. Got a little halo with it, and I think it's looking really nice. So far I've got the little snout here, and then I've got 2 cheeks. I have not embroidered the snout yet. I need to get to that. And then I will be doing the decreases. Ever since I learned how to do an invisible decrease, I love doing that for amigurumi. It works really well, so I'm definitely gonna be doing that with this. So I wanted to give you an update on my Olivia Rosemary Mouse. I kind of took a break from the head because I wasn't sure where my black crochet thread was, and I needed to embroider the face before finishing like the body and stuff like that. And so I decided to go ahead and make as many of the separate pieces as I could. I've got like a little bag of different things. I've got the ears here that I've finished, and then I've got the arms, and then of course the cheeks and the snout. So I now have found my black crochet thread. We have moved, and I'm starting to figure out where everything is. I've still got a few things packed up. I've got to find my yarn winder and some different things, but for the most part I found all my yarn, so that's good. So I'm gonna get started on the embroidery. Oh yes, I made the tail too. So here's the tail. So I've got all those pieces to attach when I'm ready to get going on them. Here's the head so far. I was gonna do safety eyes, but I'm not sure where my safety eyes are, so I guess I will just embroider the eyes on here, which is probably best anyway for a little baby. I think it'll be more comfortable, and it will just be safer to embroider the eyes. So I've got the head here, and it's ready for the snout that I also need to embroider. And then I'm just going to try to keep going on the body. I do really want to get started on the clothes, and I almost got started on the clothes, but it did mention the pattern, especially like the bloomers, to fit them to the mouse as you were going. And so I was like, well, I guess I probably shouldn't start that yet. So I'm going to finish the body and then get started on the clothes, even though I'm most excited about the clothes because of all the fun like colors and stuff. So that's where I'm at, and let's go ahead and get started on the embroidery. So here she is, my finished Olivia Rosemary Mouse. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm sorry that I really kind of dropped the ball on filming making her clothes or anything like that. We moved in the middle of making her, and it was just kind of crazy. So I did finally finish her. I can't remember when I finished her. Let me look. She actually has been done for a while, and I have still not sent her. So I started her on the 29th of August and finished her on the 5th of December. So she's been done for a little while, and it did take me quite a while to finish her. It was kind of a crazy whirlwind in there. We moved in October, and so there was just so much going on that I didn't really have the time or mental energy to film. I'm so excited that she's finally finished and I can send her off to the new baby. She is born now, and so she's definitely ready for her little Olivia Rosemary. I wanted to show you guys what I decided on for the final colors and everything. So I ended up using camel heather for the main part of Olivia Rosemary, and then oyster heather for the ears, the inside of the ears. I don't know that I ended up using any of the other color on her. I was originally going to use it for the bloomers, but then I noticed in the pattern that she called for a fingering weight yarn for the bloomers. Oh my goodness, you guys, these bloomers took so long. Please excuse my nails, y'all. I really need to take the nail polish off, but I do not have any nail polish remover, so here we are. I did have this little mini from Poppy and Spruce. It's from Row 1 Yarns, and it's so pretty. I love the little speckles in it, and I thought it went really well with the dress and the cape. And then I did run out right before I did the ruffles, and so I did a little poll in my community feed and asked if I should just not do the ruffles or if I should try to find another color that would go. I toyed with a couple of different colors that I had in the minis, but none of them were like exactly the shade that I wanted. And so what I did was I took a strand from this Candy Halo here and then just separated 2 of the strands so that it would be thinner, and then I just made the ruffle here. So it definitely sticks out, but I think it's super cute the way that it sticks out, and I was so happy that I did do the ruffle because I think that it adds just quite a bit. It's so cute. So with the bloomers, they have to be a little bit more snug just so that they stay on. As you can see, mine are like really snug, but I think that they'll be great to stay on. So just keep that in mind if you do make this pattern, that you have to have a fingering weight yarn for the bloomers. She also suggests to kind of fit them as you go, which was a really great suggestion because I did end up having to adjust it a little bit with my stitch count. I think I just lessened my stitch count just to make it easy. I wanted the legs to be the same, and so I think what I did was either make the band smaller and then increase from there until I got the amount of stitches that she called for. I think that's what I did. So I didn't have to adjust the stitch count all the way down. And I think that they're cute because they're kind of like bunchy. I think like the little kind of puffiness of them is really cute. Here's the back too. It's got the little hole for the tail. So I used that. This is the color combination that I ended up going with. I didn't even end up using the Paloma at all just because I thought that it looked better this way and more cohesive. And then of course, like I said, I just used the Candy Halo for the cape. And then the turquoise here is Wonderland Heather. It's just a really pretty color turquoise. It's got some variations in there too. I'm not sure if you can see, but like some slight variations in the yarn. I tried using the crocheted button that she called for, but I just didn't think it was durable enough, and so I went with this little flower button. I thought it was so cute, but I almost forgot to mention that. And here is the cape separately. The little baubles on the dress are so cute too. But overall, I am so happy with the yarn. I think she turned out so cute. I love the little fuzzy halo on her. I think it is just precious. I did embroider the eyes, so I did not have any safety eyes, or I do have some somewhere. I'm just not sure where they are. I will be glad when I find them because I'm kind of over embroidering eyes at this point. I don't mind embroidering eyes. It just takes so much longer. I used to embroider all my eyes, and then I happened to use safety eyes and I was like, wow, this is just so much faster, so much easier. So these I thought turned out pretty cute. They're just little like beady mouse eyes. I thought they were pretty fun. And then of course the snout is embroidered too. She's got kind of like this smirk off to the side, which I think is kind of cute. It gives that little handmade detail. One thing I really love about this pattern is just all the different details that she has. I love all the clothing. It was fun to kind of mix it up after having made all of the mouse to make some clothing. I thought that was really fun. Tiny little clothing. I don't know what it is, but it is just so much fun to make. Plus I thought that would be a fun thing for her when she gets a little bit older to have the clothes to play with. So that is my finished Olivia Rosemary. I am super happy with her and can't wait to send her off. I mentioned in one of my other videos that she has a big sister, and so I think she'll have fun playing with this as well. I really hope that they will both enjoy Olivia Rosemary. Like I mentioned before, I love making these little characters, and I will try to do more project vlogs in the future. If there's a specific character you want me to make, let me know down below. I am always up for making something new, trying a new yarn, anything like that. So also let me know down below what your favorite amigurumi project is. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear if you have a favorite yarn to use, if you have a favorite pattern designer for amigurumi. Let me know down below. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Pica Pau Olivia Rosemary project vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
So I don't know which one I want to pick, but it's up to me to find one that I really want. Okay, so this book is about Pica Pau, and it's really cute.